Hi everyone, my name is Claire Duncan, and today I'm going to be doing my presentation on Swedish Fika. Sweden is one of the least populated countries in Europe, with a population of less than 10 million people. Sweden is located on the Scandinavian peninsula in the northern Europe border by Norway and Finland, as you can see on this map to your right. The standard of living and life expectancy in Sweden is ranked among the highest globally. The origins of fika and what fika is all about. The term fika is believed to have originated from Swedish dialect in the 19th century. It evolved from the word kaffe, which means coffee in Swedish dialect spoken in southern Sweden. Initially, it was a slang term used by workers in factories and industries to refer to their coffee breaks, but over time it became more widely adopted and integrated into Sweden culture. The practice of fika spread throughout the country and became a custom among people from all walks of life. Today, fika is deeply embedded in Swedish culture, representing much more than just a coffee break. It is a social institution that emphasizes the importance of taking time to enjoy coffee and pastries and meaningful conversation with friends, family, and colleagues. You can see up in the right in the image, these are some pastries that people would have with fika. Swedish fika might be the best idea ever. I mean, who doesn't want to be able to have a coffee break in the middle of their day and chat with colleagues? Fika is a Swedish for coffee break, but it's really just time to socialize. For 30 minutes or even several hours, you can meet with your friends and have time to yourself during a busy workday. Fika is a big part of every Swede's everyday life, and fika just means to have coffee, but it is so much more than that. It has been described as a social institution or even a phenomena, often described as distant, calm, and unsocial. It gives them the opportunity to meet and hang out with friends and get to know new people. What is fika? Fika is a Swedish tradition of making a break to enjoy coffee or tea and snacks with others. It's not just about the food and drink, it's about socializing and taking time to relax together. Whether with friends, family, or colleagues, fika is a cherished part of the Swedish culture, a time to pause, connect, and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. While coffee or tea is central to fika, it is often accompanied by pastries, cakes, and sandwiches. It's almost like how the English have tea parties and tea time, but in Sweden they have coffee time. And the spread can vary from simple biscuits to elaborate pastries, depending on the occasion and personal preference. Here are some examples of Swedish pastries that you would have with fika. We have a silmor bun, which is up in the top. Down below, there's a cardamom bun, which personally, if you've never had those are my favorite. To the right top, we have a saffron bun, which is traditional to the Swedish culture, Santa Lucia. And on the bottom, we have coffee, or it can be accompanied by tea, depending on what you prefer. Here is a Swedish cardamom bun recipe, also called cardamom munabollar in Swedish. These are one of the best fika recipes, those looking to bake authentic Swedish pastries. They're typically sold at Swedish bakeries from Göteborg to Stockholm and enjoyed on a fika menu during an espresso coffee break. Swedish cardamom buns are the best enjoyed on their own or paired at fika with a cup of coffee or a hot pot of tea. To the right, you can see you need milk, yeast, white sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, ground cardamom, kosher salt, all-purpose flour, butter, brown sugar, maple syrup, ground cinnamon, and pearl sugar. Some of the spices here that are traditional to the Swedish culture would be that ground cardamom. If you've never had cardamom, it makes things all the more delicious. And you can screenshot this, or if you'd like to, you can add this recipe to your own and try to make them at home. I'm not going to go through all these steps, but if you want to screenshot this, it's a really good thing to have. And here is a little example of the cardamom bun. Pump this up to faster speed. We'll just fast forward through some of this so you can see they're making the dough, letting it rise. And you guys can always, I'll leave the link to this video so you can watch it too. But traditionally, they take their dough. This is an important step. Some sugar. Cardamom, like we talked about. And then you normally would twist that and let it rise. And once again, you guys can watch that on your own time if you want to finish it out and make it on your own. Cultural significance of fika. It is a way of life in Sweden. Fika is not just about drinking the coffee or tea, it's about the social institution. It's a way of life, a moment to slow down and enjoy the company of others. Swedes typically have fika multiple times a day, often with friends, families, or colleagues. It's considered a fundamental part of the Swedish culture, emphasizing the importance of relaxing, socializing, and taking breaks from work. Fika is a deep-rooted culture tradition that holds significant value in the daily lives of Swedes. They like to think of it as a moment to get away from reality and stressful things and be able to have an escape from some of the everyday things that are going on in life. And I think that's a really great thing to have. The evolution of fika. Initially, it was a slang term used by workers in factories and industries to refer to their coffee breaks. While fika has deep roots in Swedish culture, it also has influenced coffee culture around the world. The idea of taking a break to enjoy coffee and pastries has resonated with people beyond Sweden, leading to the adaptation similar practices in other countries. During the history of Sweden, coffee had been banned several times. Some Swedes didn't follow the rules and had to come up with a secret word to meet for Haffy, and this goes to show how long fika has been a part of their culture. Fika in everyday life. As you can see to the right, that is a map of Sweden. And fika can occur at any time of the day, but it's most commonly enjoyed in the late morning and afternoon. It's not rushed, rather, it's about taking a break, savoring the moment, and engaging in meaningful conversations. Many workplaces in Sweden have designed or designated fika breaks where colleagues gather in communal areas to socialize over coffee and snacks. While at work, they often maintain a tradition where colleagues take turns to prepare something for fika. The food prepared for fika is often homemade, and that reflects the value of the Swedes put into the tradition. So, even at work, they take time for people to take turns making the pastries, making sure that they let their employees celebrate this because it is a part of their culture. And fika beyond Sweden. Fika has gained popularity beyond Sweden and has influenced coffee culture in various parts of the world. While it originated in Sweden as a cultural tradition, the idea of taking a coffee break to enjoy coffee and snacks has resonated with people globally. In many countries, cafes, restaurants have adopted the concept of fika, covering cozy environments where people can relax, socialize, and enjoy quality coffee and pastries. Fika has become not only a Swedish tradition, but also a global phenomenon, reflecting the appeal of taking time to savor the moment and connect with others over a shared, loved for coffee and conversation. I think everyone, if you like coffee, can agree that going to a cafe, sitting down with a friend and having a coffee and a pastry just makes your day that much better. So being able to incorporate this into your everyday life can make you that much happier. And I thought this would be fun for you guys, useful Swedish words and phrases that you can use. A cup of coffee, please. And kopp kaffe tack. You can go through and read these too. I'm not the best at pronouncing them, but if you want to screenshot these, like coffee break pastry would be a good one to know. Fika broad. Shall we get coffee together sometime? And oh, unfortunately, I have to leave now. and thank you for watching my presentation.